Hello, mates. Hopefully your lads are doing good. Hopefully you're having a good day, good night, or a good morning, depending what time you're watching this video. So today I'm going to just try to make a quick, short disassembly video, but I am going to try to go through the steps and process to get to the, I guess you could say the CPU and the GPU. I am doing also a RAM upgrade, but yeah, this is what basically this is. This is for the Acer Predator Helios 17. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Acer Predator Helios 17. There isn't really much videos of this at all. Like you have to do a lot of research in order to find out how to actually disassemble it. But I will go try to show you step by step, on how to get to the motherboard in case you want to do a thermal change, a thermal paste change, or a VRAM change. Like a VRAM paste thermal putty change on that one, or maybe upgrade your RAM from a 32 GB to finally a 64 and reach those last two slots back there. So this is what this is. This is for the Predator Helios 17. Though basically the Predator Helios, how the keyboard slides out. You know how that works already. If you have this laptop, then you know how it works. You slide out the keyboard and it enters in turbo mode. So this is what this video is about. Don't mind this little sticker. I just did that just to protect my, SN ID number. Just, can't be too careful nowadays. But this is what this is. So the things you will need is, of course, your tools. You can get this at Walmart or this one right here. I would recommend this one. Exact same as this one, except this one is like smaller, has a little bit less bits. While this one has more Phillips screws and like all these other screws as well. And it has like a better grip. I think this was like 20 bucks, I think. I'm not too sure. But they're fairly cheap. In total, I think it'll be 40 bucks if you chose both of them. But if you don't need both, you could just get this one. This literally comes with what this has, except this has more. So you'll need that. I'll go through what screws you'll need. But yeah, that's for disassembling it. You'll also need, of course, your VRAM putty. Let me show you up closer. I'll put links to these down. Probably not for the toolkit. You can find it at Walmart. Trust me, you can find it at Walmart. It's cheap. Just go to the hardware section and you'll find it there. VRAM putty. This is what this is. The pink putty that the VRAM uses. I got a 10 gram. Hopefully this is enough. Hopefully this is enough. This is how it looks like. Small little 10 gram. Look at that. It looks like it will be enough, hopefully. But in case you struggle at putting an exact amount, I would recommend get a 50 gram or a 20 gram. This only costed me $20 in total, $10 and $10 of shipping on Amazon. I'll link this one to the description. This is what it comes with, little weird rubber things right there. They're for your fingers, I was just making a nasty joke. And then, of course, the little spreader, that's what it'll come with. So, I'll link this in the description. The 50 gram cost, I think, $30, but I would recommend that one, especially if you open up your laptop many times. But I would recommend this thermal putty. If not, you can get the K5 Pro, I think that's what it is, thermal putty. Linus Tech has done a review of that, and supposedly I heard it's way better. But I heard this one also has, good reviews as well. So I'm going to stick with this because it's pink thermal putty, and that's what's inside the Acer Predator Helios, all Helios models, even the Nitro. So I'll link that one too. Here is, of course, my thermal paste, because you always have to swap out your thermal paste. Got this at Best Buy. You'll always have to swap out your thermal paste if you end up removing the heatsink. So that's what I'm using, the XTM70. I heard some good things about it, but I feel like I should have gone for like the Thermal Grizzly. I think that's what it is. But it's okay. I'll work with that. So we got that. You will need, of course, if you're cleaning your fans, I'm not going to show you that. I'm not going to show that. I'll show you how to do it, but I'm not going to show me cleaning them because I don't have like someone to hold the camera. Like this is a setup for inside. I'm not going to try to waste more time going outside to do a separate setup. But if you are going to clean it, you will need, of course, air duster, and then of course a toothbrush. Like I said, I'll show you how to do it when we get to that step, but I'm not going to show you me actually doing it. I'll just show you how to do it. And you're going to want to do this outdoors. You don't want all this, dust, human skin everywhere inside and coming back in the laptop. And then, of course, your rubbing alcohol, 91%. Got this at Walmart. I think it was like $4. You can find it at Walmart. Trust me, it's cheaper at Walmart. And for the and for this, you can find it at Target. I got it at Target. You could get one at Walmart too. I think it's cheaper at Walmart. This was $9, not worth it. So I would recommend checking Walmart out. And then of course my RAM, I got two 16s. So you know I got those. They're crucial. They're 32 gigabytes in total, basically 16, and then I got 4 in total, so that's 64. So I'm maxing out my RAM. So that's what I'm doing with that one right as well. And of course, let's see, to clean off the thermal, you can use ear cotton swabs. Yeah, the cotton swabs, you know, for your ears. But I'm gonna use the coffee filters for all you coffee lovers out there. This is actually works as good as the cotton swabs for your ear to clean off the thermal paste and the thermal putty. But that one leaves like less cotton hair. Because you know how the cotton swabs, they're like little hairs. They have like little hairs at the very tip. Sometimes those hairs stick around, you know, they don't leave. But those don't, you know. So that should work out right there for me. And besides that, I think that is all. Hopefully. Oh, wait. No. I do have one more right here. You don't have to do this. This is also optional. But for all you people who don't have like those metal, those little metal plates, you could say, those metal sheets, and then that you could put like the screws in and keep them steady, you can probably use cardboard. That's what I'm gonna use. This you can see I already marked it. The fans are up here, fans right here, matched it. Fans. First 2 screws, I'm just gonna like try to make it as possible as I can. Like this screws right here, I'm gonna put it right there. This screw right there, I'm gonna stab it in there. Make sure it's a healthy cardboard box that still has its stiffness, so when you stab it in, it stays in place. And then of course I made a second casing, which is basically once I remove this one is for these screws now. They're all separate, you know what I mean? That's the second casing. See, so I named them. And of course I got 3 extra. This one probably might be the name, the motherboard. I'm gonna put the fans up here, and the fans up here, depending how much we need. But you know, how do you say, don't make this much, because like in the end of the day, you probably might just need 3 or 4 maybe. But you'll find out in the end of the video. And that's the last thing I'm gonna say right now. Oh, left a little nastiness right there. That's the last thing I'm gonna say right now. I should have said this in the beginning actually. Please watch this video as many times as you need. Do not follow through it. Like, do not follow me along while I'm filming this. Don't do that. Watch this video as many times as you need to. Try to understand what's going on. And of course, this also helps me too, because when you're watching this video so many times, I'm going to obviously edit in moments where I forgot something. So I don't want you following me and then like I'm taking off the motherboard, but then the next cut is actually me showing, oh, I missed something. And then you're trying to take off your motherboard and you break it because you didn't stay around to like actually watch the part I missed. You know what I mean? So watch this video fully to see everything I go through, anything I cut in or cut out, and you know, and like, so you can actually get a full grasp. Don't follow along. And then when you're ready, then you can follow along. You get what I'm saying? So let's get straight to it. All right then. So for the first step, mates, you're gonna want to take these 2 screws off right here. This one uses this Phillips head right here, the number 00, that one right here. So it's right here behind it. See, right there. So that's the one I use. This one right here, don't get that one confused. That one's this one. You want to use this one, 00, number 00, Phillips screw hair dryer right there. From this, like I said, from this one right here. So you're just going to want to unscrew it. It probably might be tied on there. I already had unscrewed mine, but it probably will be tied on there. And I would recommend one with a grip so you don't end up slipping so many times. You know what I mean? So I already did do that already. So now let's see. We'll try to lift this plate out right here. Okay, maybe I didn't unscrew this one fully. Thought I did. There we go. So now we're already at the battery. And now let me show you, like I said, what you can do with the screws right here. Let me see if I could. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before. So I got this screw right here. I could just put this down here, stab it in. Oh. And there, look. Didn't stab in that clean. There we go. But look, if I stab it like that, there, it stays in. You see that? It kind of went through, but you see how that works. And so now I know that goes there. So in case you don't have those metal plates, you can do that. You know what I mean? Like, and then look, I'll stab this right up here. Try to mimic it as best as I can. Or you could stab it with a pin ahead of time, and then, like, you know, and then shove it in. I probably should have done that. I should have stabbed it with a pin. You could just do it like that. So you stab it with a pin, and then probably do it like that. If the screws are too small, though, be careful. Be very careful. There, see, look. So there's my first plate right there that came off this. So now I know this goes with this. I could set this aside somewhere else now. All right, then now we can disconnect the battery now. So you're gonna wanna move this tape a little bit to the side. All right. And then you're gonna wanna unplug, if I'm correct. I think it's this. Hold on though, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet, give me a second. Okay, yes. You do unplug this right here. So you can do it with your hands, or like I said, if you got this toolbox right here, you can do it with these little pliers right here that it comes with. So we'll try these little pliers, and I'm gonna try to slowly but surely there we go. Look at that. And then we should be able to lift it up and out. Let's see, where do we lift this out? Give me a second, mates. Hold on. Okay, then I found out how you do it now. So it's like down here, these little ledges right here. You see them right here. These little notches that stick out. You could just use your little plier thing. And just like slowly, or get your fingernail in between there. And just slowly and lift it up. These little notches, you see them? Just look for those little notches. There, you see them? Those notches right there. They line up. And so now, just be careful with your battery. Don't mess it up and don't break it. So now we got the battery out the way. So now let's move on to the next step. Give me a second. Okay, before we continue on moving more stuff around, let's go back. Hold on. Okay, I had to make sure. I thought I disconnected that. Let's go back now. Let's flip the laptop over and then hold the power button for 30 seconds to discharge any power that's left in the laptop, okay? So that I'm gonna get to that right now. Okay then. So now you wanna hold the power button for 20 to 30 seconds. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right then, so I already holded it for 30 seconds. Make sure you count them. I did mine 30 seconds, but you can do it for 20 or 30, whatever you want to. And then now flip it back over so we continue off where we left off. All right, mates. So now, after flipping it back over, after discharging the power, now we're gonna wanna start removing of course, all these screws, but we'll take it step by step. Let's first start off with the HDD drive. I have updated my little second casing now, so we're gonna take these two screws off right here. These still used that number 20 right here. Remember that one, the one we still have on. The one we've been still using. So we can just unscrew this. Comes off right easily. And then unscrew that. Comes off right easily. All right, so I got it on here now. Remember, you can stab it with the pin at first to make a small hole, then you can shove it in. But please be careful. Don't shake it around or don't like throw it around like the screws aren't gonna fall off. Like obviously they didn't fall off of mine, but don't be stupid, all right? Please don't be stupid. And now after this one now we're gonna wanna take off, let's see, what should we go for next? Okay, we could take off this now. We should be able to take this off right over here. There we go. You have to grab it from this little edge right here and flip it up. There we go. So we got that there now. So now in order to take this off, we have to disconnect these two right here. And as you can see, I drew these little black things right here with the pin just to indicate that I had took off a connection. So that's where these two are gonna come in. So we're gonna take those off right now. So you're just gonna wanna slide it out nice and easy. There we go. And then as for this one, you're gonna wanna pop it up a bit, pop it up and out. Or you could grab on its little tape and just wiggle it. And there we go, it comes off easily. But remember to, in order how to put it back in, you push it, back in, but not with too much force, all right? Be really careful. Okay, so after disconnecting those two screws and these two right here now Now let's start disconnecting the SSD drive, the SSD plate, but not the drives. You don't have to disconnect the drives, I don't think. Don't follow along just yet, okay? Until you finish this video, and hopefully at the end of this video, everything comes out smoothly. Let me grab that right there, if it lets me have it. There we go. So I'll grab that. And now you're gonna wanna pop this little joint out. It's a bit sticky because of the thermal paste, the thermal pass. Have another SSD. I'm gonna do another SSD swap for that one, but I probably won't film that. You should know how to do this, you know what I'm saying? But all right, there you go. And so then for my SSD screw, I'll just put it right here where it belongs, right there. It's a bit small, so be careful now. See, this one doesn't pop through, so be very careful. Don't shake it up and lose it. Please be smart. Okay, so now after that, so we have these all unplugged. We have unplugged this. You can't take off the HDD, so don't try to take this off, all right? You can't take that off. It comes off with the whole back plate. So now you have 2 right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. You see them? 9, 10. Let me shine a light. I got this flashlight right here. You see? 2 up here, and then 2 on each side. So in total, so it's like, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10. Right there. So that's 2 in total, you know what I'm saying? And then 1 right here. And there is 2 more down here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look at the camera at the same time, make sure I'm pointing it right. Right there. 2 more down here. 1, 2. There we go. But yes, I only had to do that with one hand. Of course, you know, because flashlight on the other hand. But yeah, so remember that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on each side. I'm gonna point it again without the flashlight. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 right here. 1, 2 right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you got 11 right here, right there in that little hole. Let me point the light right there. At the little hole right there, you see it? That's 11. I want to make sure there's a screw in there. Yep. And then 12 right there, 13 right there. All right. So let's get to unscrewing now. It should be the same. Yep, it is still the same. I'm going to show you again. Still the same bit we're using. 000, number 000 on the Phillips head. We haven't changed at all, so it's still the same. All right, but start unscrewing. Nice and easy, you know. Unscrew, 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 unscrew. I won't film it. I'll film probably this and these two, but these should all be the same. Actually, before I forget as well, don't forget to fill these up right there. So this one right here on this side is going to go right here to this corner. This one above it. This one kind of in the middle. This one really up top. That one right there. And then same with this side as well. You'll see. I'll show you the finished, how it looks. All right then, mates. So, of course, hopefully you weren't following along ahead of time. Hopefully you weren't, like I said, hopefully you're just watching like you should be and not following along, because I did run into a little trouble. And it was for some reason this one right here. I had to use this little screw bit. I'm not sure if this is 00 or not. I don't know what manufacturer it is. It was just a random screwdriver I found. But for some reason, this couldn't fit in. So I had to use this one because this one actually went in more deeper. It could be just me though, because I have opened this up before. That's how I installed this. And I think at that time I had mixed up the screws. That's why don't mix up your screws. Have it looking like this. This is how it looks like now. You see these four on that side. These 4 right here. This one right here for the SSD right there. These 2 up here, those 2 up here. But now let's get this one right here, and now these last 2 down here. So let's go ahead and try to get this one out right now. And while you're at Walmart, I think it would be safe to get a magnet as well. They should sell some. Because the magnet on this is strong, but it's not that strong. You know what I mean? So now we got this right here. We'll put this slightly underneath the SSD because it's just right there. Pop a hole with your pin so it's easier for you to insert it. Here we go. See, I popped a hole as you can see, and I'll just insert it like that. Boom. Like I said though, be careful, don't lose it, all right? See, it's nice in there, but don't play around with this because these are your screws. Nice and organized. All right, and so now let's get these last two over here. Here we go. Here's this one right here. I'm going to, right off the bat, put it in already on the cardboard because I don't want to play around with my screws. So I'm going to pop a hole. There we go. Down here you go. On this side right there. And then now let's get this last one right here. I'm sorry, mates, if this video is taking a lot longer than it should be. I shouldn't have been blabbering too much in the beginning. But I guess it's just, I'm a yapper. You know what I mean? I'm a yapper. Now, there we go. Now we got everything removed. You don't have to remove the SSDs, but if you want to, you can, but I'm not going to touch mine. But clearly, since both of mine are different, I know which one goes where. This one goes here, and then that one goes there. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not going to remove them. All you have to do was remove, you know, the little thermal thing. And be careful with this. Try not to let anything get on it or let dust touch and whatnot. All right, but we'll move that to the side. Here's how everything looks with the light on. All the screws removed. And so now it's time to lift the plate up. So now I might have to pause this to first see how I'm going to lift it up, okay? All right, then, mates. I think I figured it out. You can run your finger down here on the edges. Right down here. You see this little edge right here? These little edges right there and right there. You can run them down there with your fingers if you can. And just try to pop it up. Run your fingers down. There we go. Look at that. Popping up easily. There we go. Nice and easy. Slide up a bit. There we go. Now it's removed. Now, of course, I'm going to clean this right here because look at that nasty dust. You see the dust right there. So I'm going to clean that. And as you can see, it's all on the fan too. So I'm going to clean those. I'll teach you again how to do that. But I'm not going to show you because I'm taking this outside and I don't want to take this whole setup out there. But I'm going to clean this first, of course. And then I'll clean all this next. All right, mates. So I forgot to mention, I haven't cleaned up the other part yet. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean this. But remember, put this up with the other part now. This is not continuing here no more. Now, this is a new cardboard right here. We'll probably name this motherboard, I think. Because it's going to be like for this. And I'm going to show you what to disconnect and what to unscrew in just a bit. All right, then, mates. So before we actually start unscrewing, I wanted to show y'all something right here. I'm not going to remove the fans. Also, I'm going to let you know that now. I'm not going to remove these fans. I'm going to keep them there. What you can do, I already checked mine. You can get your flashlight. If yours does this, that's cool. Because this one widens, so you can see like how nice it looks and whatnot. But it also can, you know, thin out. Widen or thinned out, it doesn't matter. But if you want to take yours out, like, you know, and like clean all the dust that you can do that. But if you don't know if there's dust in there or how much dust in there, what you can do is shine the light here. Shine the light here. Oh, my bad. There we go. Shine the light right on there and put your side of the head here where your eyes can see on the side and see if there's a lot of dust. You'll have to like align your eyes perfectly, but you'll see. And mine isn't filled with that much dust because I do like to take care of my stuff. So it's not filled up with that much dust on the side vents, so it should be okay. There's no unclogging it. As for the back vents, I am going to check that too, so give me a second. All right, then, mates. So I did just check as well. From the back, it's not covered as well with no like lint, hair, dust, all that. So it's still running smoothly. It just looks really dusty. So like I said, I'm gonna take this out and clean it, but not now though. Not now, not yet. I'm going to remove the motherboard first, so then that doesn't get none of the dust that's gonna come out. It'll just be mainly these other components. But I will take this out right now. So now let's get to that one. All right, then, mates. So let's see then. So we got, looks like 7 screws. We got 1, 2 right here. You see right there. Well, let me use this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one is hidden right down here. This little soft foam. You see how it shakes? You can try to remove that. Let's see if we could. There you go. See, lift it up. There's the 7th one. You see how hidden it is? Little stickiness. You see, we'll put that back once we you know, get to it. But yeah, and then you're gonna want to actually, I won't get to that yet, but we'll get to the connections next after removing the screws. So don't forget, like I said, if you're using cardboard, don't forget to update this and put down motherboard and put where the fans are at so you know where they go. So I'll show you that in a bit. All right, so here is my final design. I put this line right here to mimic the fan. You know, you see that little J it forms, or that little curve. I did that right there. Well, this side is all straight, so that matches that fan, motherboard, you know. And then we'll just put, like, you know, one screw right here, one screw right there. You already get the point. You know how it works right there, SSD. I'll probably put SSD right here, you know, just so to make it even easier. SSDs right here, one up here, one up here. See, one right there, one right there. So let me do that real quick. There we go, SSD. So one screw up here, one screw right there, one right there. All right, so let us get to unscrewing. If I'm correct, it should be the still. Let me get it, hold on. Should probably be still the same number 2. But hold on though, like I said, don't follow through until you've watched everything. Yep, still the same. Works like a charm. So remember, oh, this magnet works a lot stronger. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that one was hidden. 5, 6, 7. But don't follow through yet, because I might end up finding another screw that I must have missed. But if that should be all, there should be no more screws, and we'll start disconnecting connectors. So remember that. All right, then, mates. I also did update it. I put killer on it because this is our killer Wi-Fi. You know, if you have this laptop, you know we have a killer Wi-Fi thing. And so that should be it. But like I said, we're not going to get to it yet, all right? But this one does have a screw too, so we'll have to remember that. All right, so let's get to unscrewing. We have this other one right here. Nice and easy. All right, then. Now we go up here. I'm doing this with one hand because the camera is kind of in my way. All right, there it is. All right, and before I forget, follow these white lines right here, these white arrows, because they show you where the screws go for this motherboard. Because don't get confused with this one. This one goes on the black casing above. Those 2 big screws up here, those go above. These ones with the white arrows go down here. The silver ones go with the white arrows. So don't forget that, all right? So we got this one now right here. Yeah, these are fairly easy right here. I'm not going to lie. These ones aren't really having too much fight. This one next. Oh, whoopsie. You saw that? That was not good. Do not do that, what I just did. Hopefully I did not damage that. I'm going to have to look at it real quickly. All right, then I did just check. Nothing crazy. Make sure you use 2 hands so you can have that control. So this is the next one right here on the bottom. Oh, this one's kind of acting weird. This one's really tight on there. I thought I was tightening it up more. Weird. We got it though. All right, and now the 7th one, which I think is the final one, but don't follow me through yet. Remember, watch the video first because I might end up finding something else. But there we go. All right then, so I think that was all 7 of them. Here's how my screws look. Try to match them as best way as I can. Beside the fan, SSD, these two. Down here, right here. The one beside the killer, right there. Then the one above the killer, right there. The one up here, there. One beside the fan that was hidden, right there. So yeah, so we kind of got some things going on. It's not the best, like I said, but that's the point. It's not supposed to benefit y'all, it's to benefit me, and those who want to use this method. All right, but now let's get to disconnecting now. So now we'll have to disconnect this, the killer byte as well to disconnect the whole little card. This one up here. Let me put my light on. I'm sorry. I should have probably had put that on first. Hold on. There we go. That's brighter. So this, that one right there, that one right here. The killer byte by unscrewing that and like sliding it out. This 2 right here, the yellow tape is still on there as you can see because I didn't touch it. So these 2 right here, and I think this one right there, and that should be our final one right here. We'll do it step by step. Oh, and I forgot these 2 up here. Like I said, remember, don't follow along yet until you've watched this video many times and until I've cut so many pieces, you know, and filmed everything. All right, so now let's get to that. We'll do it step by step, all right? All right, then, mates. So let's first jot down which ones we're going to take out first. So we'll do the first three killers right here, I think. Let me make sure. It is 3, right? Let me see. Let me zoom in with the camera. Hopefully, it's going to be a little bit wobbly. Of course, the quality doesn't look the greatest. So it looks like it is 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Actually, it's 4. So we'll use this side first. So make sure you update your little cardboard and write those lines down, like to mimic those 4. So let me write those down real quick right here. So this line right here, this line right here, that line a little bit up ahead, and then this one on the side. Just add a little creativity to them. There we go. And look at that. See how it mimics it? The long one right there. The short, oh, no, there we go. The short one right here. This black one right there. And then the top one that comes to the side. It's a little side. You can see it, how it just like comes to the side. It's not straight like them. And so we'll start disconnecting them. And now let me zoom back in again. Hopefully, there we go. That's the best way I can do it, I think. Let me see. Okay, so now look at that right there. This right here will need to be flipped up. The little black piece right here. Let's see if I can point it. Right here. This little black piece right here. Right there. This whole little long black piece right here needs to be flipped up. So let's see if I could do that while the camera's rolling, because I really wish my head was really close to it. But since I'm filming, I can't do that. So you're going to want to like kind of lift it up a bit. Maybe you could use these right here. Let me look. Give me a second and I'll look. All right, then. The best way I was able to do it, I haven't opened it yet. Best way you can do it is try to get your nail in there and slowly slide it to the middle and try to flip it up. Does that make sense? So like this. Let me see if my hand doesn't get in the way. So right there in the middle, right there in the start, you want to start right there. Right there. And just like try to like get your finger in there without putting too much force. Get it all the way to the middle once it's in, and then just try to flip it up like a switch. Carefully, carefully. There we go. Look at that. You see how it opened up now? You see how it's like pointing up now instead of down? It's a switch. See, you see it wobble a bit? Yeah, it's a switch. And then when you're ready to put it back in, you switch it back down, but you have to make sure you put this back in. Whoopsie, it's too zoomed in. There you go. See, little switch. Well, there you go. See, and then there's a white line right there. As you can see, it's like 2 white lines to show, I guess, how in it goes. All right, and so now you're gonna want to just nice and easy, just slightly. Oh wait, no, it has a little flap. I forgot. Nice and easy, wiggle it out. There we go, came out. And then whenever you're ready to put it back in, you wiggle it back in. All right, there we go. So that's one right there. All right, then, mates. So now what we're going to want to do now, since we got that moved, we're going to want to get these 2 now right here. So let's get this one next right here. Let's see, how can I do this? I think I should be able to just pull it. Yep, there we go. Try to grab from the back like how I did right there and just like slightly tug it out. Like a little sway motion pulling it out. Now let's see how this one looks. Can't see, hold on. Okay, there we go. This one seems also a little pull. You see how I'm wiggling it? Slowly getting out there. Try not to rip off the wires. Let me see. Maybe I might have to do something different. Hold on. Let me look at it. All right, then, mates. So I think all we can do is just wiggle it out. You can use this little thing, but I don't want to risk it because it's like really small. So I'm going to just try to continue doing this little wiggle effect. It looks like it is budging, but not so much. There we go. Look at that. It did budge slightly. But don't do it too forcefully. So that's 3 right there now. Now it's the last one. This one shouldn't be too hard. The wires are really thin though, so be careful with this. Slightly put a little bit of pressure in it and slowly wiggle it out. You know what? Maybe we could actually use the pliers for this one. I'm actually okay with using the pliers for this one. Nope. All right, then. I'm going to have to continue pulling it then. All right, slightly wiggle them out. It's not budging. Give me a second. Okay, so it is slowly budging. I was looking at it. I haven't pulled it out yet, but let's try to continue wiggling it with that wiggle effect. I really wish I could grab the base plate, but as you can see, it's not letting me because it's just in there. But we'll continue trying our hardest. Okay, I think I was able to get my nail in there a bit. Yeah, that one does not want to come out. Maybe we will have to use the pliers for this one. Hold on. All right, the mates. Yeah, this one's giving me a little bit of a struggle. I might have to take this one off camera. So I probably will do that then. All right then, bros. I was able to do it. I was able to get it out. What I did was, since it was inserted and I was slowly wiggling out, what I did was I used my fingers to like pinch the end, but not like I said, not like hard. And then I used the pliers. Where the pliers at? Okay, here we go. I used the pliers to like nub right here. Oh, let me see. Right here. Right there, like that. Like how it's pinching it like that. But with the tips though, with the tips. With the tips. So I just did it like this basically. I did it like that. It's just too hard to show you. Like that basically. That's how I did it. And then all I did was just slowly push with the pliers and pull with my finger and slowly wiggle out. Like slowly push with the pliers outwards like this, pushing it out. And I was pulling with my finger as well. So that's how I did it with the teamwork right there. So like that. I was pulling with my fingers and I was pushing with the pliers as best as I could from the edge, and it wiggled out slowly, wiggling it out, not like pulling it with so much force. So be careful with this, because look at these strings. They're like really oldish and they seem very delicate. So be careful. All right. But we got those now. Now we'll have to focus on these two right over here. All right then, mates. So now let's get this one going now too. Try to remove the yellow tape from the edge over here. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be kind of hard. I already started softening mine up a bit, but I'm assuming it got re-stuck again. Okay, there we go. I was able to get it. You see I flipped it up a bit. And then just slowly peel away from it. I'm assuming that's warranty right there, but mine's already been out of warranty for a hot minute. So I won't have to really necessarily need that. I'll tape it to the side though, just so probably I could put it back. And so now for this one, you can see this one also has a little flip switch like the one on the side over here. So we're going to have to also do that. But before we do that, let's remove this one right here. This one should be able to wiggle out as well. Do it nice and easy. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Boom. Look at that. Easy. Make sure you insert it like this again. I mean, it'll stay like this anyway, as long as you don't move it. It'll show you how you insert it. And now for this one, again, remember, try to get your nail right there in that little corner, like we did it before. Try to get it in there. And then slowly slide your finger all the way to the side in the middle like that. And slowly lift up. There we go. I did it. You see, I'm sorry because my hand was in the way. But try to get your thumbnail or any nail on the side and slowly let it get inside your nail. Basically your nail. And then slowly move it to the middle. And then lift up. Not with so much force though, so you don't break the mouth. And then now we should be able to grab this little flap and pull out. There we go. So now we got that now. We got these two now. And so now we still got to worry about this one, the killer bite. So let's get that going right now. Right here. Unscrew it. There we go. Put it on our little card over here. I'm going to poke a hole right there where it says killer. And I'm going to Just put it in there. Look at that. This one's not that firm in there, so be careful. I accidentally poked a little bit too big of a hole. But it goes right there. Killer. And so now you should be able to just slowly lift this up and slide it out. You see how I kind of lift it up a bit by itself and slide it out. There you go. You can probably remove these two strings, these two wires, but I'm not going to do that. But if you need to, you can just like try to memorize the color. Black is closest to the screw, and white is closest to the edge, unless if your colors are different. But I'll just move that to the side. We got those. And now for the final one, actually final two, we'll get to those right now. All right, then, mates. So for the last two, it's going to be this one right here, and then this one right here. Now this is going to be hard too, because that's also the same one we did with the fan. So this is it's going to be hard trying to re-inserting these, but let's get to it. All right, bros. So we got right here first with the fan right here. You barely get any play as well, so be very careful. Oh, actually, no, you can. You do get more play. You just have to pull the string a little bit more. Looks like it's hidden in there. All right, so try to grab the string and then just try to slowly but surely, nudge at it like that. See how I'm wiggling it? Be careful, though. Don't wiggle it too much to the point where you rip the wires out. There we go. Look at that. That one came out a lot better. There we go. Good stuff. So now let's get to the final one. Okay, then. So the final one is up here. Remember, it's up where the hidden screw was at. Right there near this, I'm not sure if this is the CPU or the GPU. All right, so we should be able to just grab on this little strap and just slowly pull up. Maybe not. Let me grab on the edges, and actually do it like that. Nope, nothing as well. Okay, maybe I could just grab behind this and lift it up by its wires. Nope, still none. Give me a second while I look at this. All right then, bros. I accidentally did take it off, but I put it back in so I can show you. I lifted it from this side right here. Right there from that side. I put my thumb right here, and then I just lifted it from my thumb like this. If it comes out now. There we go. Like that. I lifted it from one side. Be careful though. Don't damage those pins. It sounded like I took it out with a lot of force. And it's easy to put it back in. You just line it back up and then slowly push back down. But that's how I got it. And from there on, I think we should be done. I think. All right then, bros. I forgot. I haven't lifted it up yet. I just saw it barely now. Remember, we got to get these two right here. These should be easy though. There should be no lifting of nothing. But let me check before we actually proceed. All right then, mates. So I think there is nothing that holds it in place. So let me just try to position the camera. There we go. Try to zoom in, move it to the side a bit, get it as best as I can. And you should be able to just grab these little, you see the little flaps that it comes with, and just slightly pull it out. Wiggle it out like that. See? Easy. Wiggle it out like that. Easy. Just a little good wiggle. See? Just wiggle it. And then you should be able to put it back in like so. Oh, no, wait. It does have switches. My bad. Whoopsie. I did not see that coming. Yeah, they do have switches. Okay, hopefully I didn't damage mine then. Okay, so now see, that's what I'm saying. You have to make sure you watch this video. Don't follow along with me. So they are flaps. So try to lift the flaps up first and then take it off. But hopefully I didn't damage mine. All right, but now let's move on to the final part, which is finally lifting up the motherboard. All right, then, mates. So I think that should be everything. Let me check one more time. We got all these. We got this. We got the screws. We got those. We got these three. We got the killer bite. We got these. That should be everything now. Hopefully. So now it should just come up easily. Well, not easily. It's probably going to give you a good fight before it tries to come up at all. But there is a bit wiggle to it. So that's a good thing. All right. Let me see how I'm going to do this, okay? All right, then, mates. Now, hopefully, like I said, you're not following through like I told you. This is not a follow along. But I think I do have to remove the fans. Unfortunate. So we got one right here. and then one back here, and then one right here, and one back here where the string is at. So we're gonna get that going. I'm gonna make another one. Of course, you know, the actual fans. There we go. And then I'm going to, this is how it looks like. You can see the circles for the fans. Like I said, hopefully I didn't screw up my laptop now. Doing that shaking and wiggling. Hopefully I did not break my thermal. Hopefully I did not bend my thermal, you know, the thermal, how do you call it? You know what I'm talking about. But hopefully I did not bend them to the point where it could cause what do you call it? You know, my bad. Where it can cause more heat. Oh, I thought I grabbed it. So please, like I said, remember, don't follow along. So now maybe my laptop has been sacrificed, but hopefully yours actually comes out better than mine. So yeah, remember, unscrew these and then this. All right, the mates. So now we're gonna screw this right here. There we go. So you can see I'm updating it as we speak. And then there we go. The last one is right here. Try to move the string, the wires out the way, and then try to get through. All right. I was able to scooch the wires over. As you can see, you can scooch them over a bit, but I was able to do that. And now I'm gonna put the final string in here. And now I'm gonna look at it all again, and hopefully this time, maybe now it'll be able to come out. All right, you will have to probably peel this tape back over here. As you can see, it's already coming loose. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this side out, but you can do it the same right here. So you just slowly peel the tape back without trying to rip the tape, you know what I'm saying? And there we go. Now I'll figure out how do I get those, and I'll show you next. All right, I was able to take this out. Let me show you how I did it. So let's just try to put it back in as best as I can, as how I did it before. So let's see. I probably shouldn't have taken it out. Showed you instead before taking it out. Okay, there it goes. So there's this little tape right here on the side right here. See, it's gonna be blocking this. So remove that first and then slowly work your way around the tape. And this one just comes out like that. Take off this tape, and then you should be able to slowly but surely pick it up like that. And there is a bit of gooch in there, so I probably will have to actually get these fans going in. And then I'll do this one next. All right, the mates. So you can first start off by taking this tape off right here on this one. But make sure you don't mess it up too bad, because you'll need to put it back on there. So take this tape off right here first. And then take the whole tape off. Not the little side, the one that hides this black wire that comes down here, that goes over here to this one. Not that one. Keep that one here sealed up, but the one behind it. It'll take off both of them basically. And then you should be able to pop it out once this one and this one are two removed. Be careful though, because the wires are still attached. And there we go. This one has a little bit more gooch on it. Oof. Maybe this was a sign for me to clean it. All right then. All right then, mates. So now I moved these more to the side. I took out the whole wire because, you know, it was just right attached there. I also took out the little black wire. I didn't really take them out. They're still there. They're just, you know, I just like freed them more, and I sit these up like that now. So it's easier. So now there's more play to it now. As you can see, look, so there's more play to it. Now all that's left is taking this off right here. And it sucks because I thought this was going to be really easy. Clearly not. So I'm glad I did come with a lot of cardboard. But honestly, I think I'm going to reuse this one again because I don't want to cut another piece of cardboard. Actually, you know what? I might just cut another piece of cardboard. So yeah, I'll probably just do that now. So now give me a second. And the reason why I'm saying another piece of cardboard, because this is going to be for the thermal paste and thermal pads, because those are going to be screwed down. And then we'll see. Hopefully I didn't damage this or that when I was trying to lift it up by wiggling it. I wasn't doing so much force, but still though, stuff like that can damage the way the metal sits on the thermal on the CPU and the GPU, which then could cause, you know, poor cooling. So hopefully, man, fingers crossed that I did not break anything. But like I said, though, that's why I told y'all, don't follow along with me. Don't follow along with me. Watch this so many times until you think you can get it right. You know what I mean? And then I'll try to film it reassembling it, hopefully. I'll probably rush on that, you know what I mean? So I don't put too much time on it. All right, so what we want to do now is start with this side right here on the USB side. So I'm going to call this one. So I'm just going to put one fan right here. Actually, I'm going to just put both fans still just so I know where it goes. So there's both fans right here. I'll just put F where the fans go. And this is going to be the USB side right here. So I'll just draw that. This where this is going to be at. And so it looks like it's only 2 screws, and we don't have to take the wires off because we already took the wires off on this side. I want to make sure I didn't mess with anything like that. All right. So now let's get to it then. We got one right here. They're still the same one. It's always been the same screw bit we've been using, which is 000 Phillips screw. The 2 zeros. Let me show you again in just a bit. While I just try to get this one right here. Okay, then give me a second. All right, so there we go. Kind of one on one end, one a little bit higher, and a little bit more to the left on that end. There we go. So we got that. But this is the screw we've been using the whole entire time. Right here. This one right here. 000. The whole entire time. Same screw we've been using from start to finish. So, now we got this one removed. Let's see if we can slide it out. Look at that. Comes right out easily. Let's try to remember. Oh, didn't mean to drop that. I'm a bit clumsy. You saw that now. Horrible, horrible. Let's see if we can slide it back in. There we go. Yep, slides in easily. Back into its hole. And try to make sure we align the hole back up. There we go. And so now, after all that now, let's see if we can set the camera back. Now we should be able to bring these bad boys up. Lift from one side. And then slightly drag from this side. There we go. And there it is. Does it look like I wiggled it? There's a little bit of bend right there. You'll see that? But I think that's already like that. So, okay. So I don't think I did that much damage. But I'll look at it more behind the scenes. But you guys, I'll pause it right here real quick so I could look at this more. All right, the mates. I thoroughly inspected it. Didn't see no bend to it. My bad. Didn't see no bend to it. Please be careful how you handle it. Try to grab more from the motherboard. Don't try to grab from the heat sinks because these do move. I didn't do that. I was just, visualizing it. As you can see, there's a bit of gooch on there. So I will try to clean this up before I actually apply the thermal paste. Or maybe I should wait for it after. Maybe I'll clean it up. Maybe I'll disconnect these first, then I'll clean it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that seems more smarter. So, all right, then. So, as for this now, oh, damn, there's a lot of gooch. You can see my hands are getting clearly covered with it. All right, I want to get rid of that. All right, so hold on now. What we're going to do now is simple and easy. I'm going to set this somewhere where there's not really that much cloth because I don't want the bottom getting cut in cloth. You know what I'm saying, right? I don't want to put that on the towel. So, I'll be right back. Hold on, give me a second. Let me place this somewhere where there's not like cloth, like a towel, like I'm doing right here. Place it like not like this, not material like that. Try to place it somewhere nice and flat but still soft. You know what I mean? Like a silk cloth, none that's cotton that can get hairs on it. You know what I mean? So let's see where I can place this. I just placed it on a little cloth, a little bamboo cloth. I think that's what the material's made. And so now we're going to move this now. We're going to move this. I think this goes like this. Yep, this goes like this. I think it goes somewhere like that. I think it sits somewhere like that. The same with this now. I want to move these because I want to move this entire thing now. Because now we're not really using this no more. We want to put the motherboard here now. So let's see. I put a little tape right there. That was a yellow tape we had. You know what I'm talking about. Hopefully I didn't damage my little paint job on the side. And so same with this right here. We're going to put this USB with the USB right there. We'll put the fans with the whole entire unit itself. And then of course, actually this is the fans as well. The motherboard actually will stay with the thermal. You know what I'm saying, right? So we'll keep that separate. And now this is gonna be for the actual, you'll see. This is actually for the actual heatsink, for the heatsink screws. So that's what we'll do now. All right, so now I'm gonna move this somewhere else. Same with this, I'm gonna move them somewhere else. And then we're gonna have that whole area just for the motherboard and the heatsink. I'm going to go get another plastic cardboard piece because I have another plastic cardboard piece. So I'm going to go get that and I'm going to use that to put that on. All right, then, bros. I was able to go get another piece of cardboard. These are from Walmart. If you want to know where you could just get random cardboard, they don't cost that much. Like a large one, if you get a large, it's like $2, I think. If you get a medium, it's like $1.50 or $1.70, I'm not sure. And if you get a small one, it's like $1. But you know, it's cardboard. So that's what we're going to do right there. I'm going to go get now the heatsink. Here we go. There we go. Still got a little bit of gooch on it because I haven't touched it yet. Here's our RAM. I'm going to upgrade that. From here on out, you do what you want. You can just upgrade your RAM. You don't have to touch that. But if you also want to change the thermal paste, you continue going from here on out. And if you just want to change your RAM, that's fine. You get to that when you see it, you find that you could upgrade it now. After this now, though, high call. Like I said, you know, just watch first, don't follow through yet, and then follow through whenever you feel like you're confident enough. So what we're gonna do now is just remove these screws and put it on this one right here. This is gonna be called the heatsink now. We're gonna place it this way. We're gonna put the little holes right here, like where the fans usually are at. Fans. There we go. And then we'll just place all right here. Looks like there's a lot. Looks like I think I messed this up pretty bad. Let's try it again. We'll put it like this time. F for fan, F for fan. And there we go. And so looks like it's 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like it's 4 on the bottom, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, like high up a bit. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think this is still, oh no, this is different now. These are different. Let me look at them, all right? Okay, I took a good look at them. They're just bigger Phillips heads. So now let's grab this and let's find out which Phillips head is it. All right, so you're gonna be disappointed in me when you're gonna find out that it's the one it comes with already. So it's not on here, but instead it's pre-installed. Oh, here we go. There we go. It's pre-installed already. So when you buy it, it's like already like that. So you will need to probably buy that or try to find something as close to it. This was the closest I can get it to, which was PZ, I think it was PZ1. Let me check PZ2 again. No, it wasn't PZ2, that was too big. PZ1 was the closest I could get it to. I'm not sure if that's the same for all Phillips head names, but that was the closest I could get. There's still a little bit of wiggle to it, but that's the closest you can get to it. This one is called P. Okay, here we go. Nope, other way around. There we go. So let's see. No, we had it the right way. Oh my god. So it looks like it's called CRV PH2. CRV PH2. Yeah, here we go. That's what this one's called. This one was, it came in stock. It's not on here. It came already equipped. So this seemed to have fit, and there we go. Rotates without no problem. Looks like it has a little bit of a spring action too. I don't know why these have springs on them. Oh, and I guess they don't come out. All right. I mean, that works for me. You know what I'm saying? That means we really don't have to use that cardboard piece. But we'll keep it just in case one of these actually do come out. Okay, so that one doesn't come out too. So we're good with that one. You hear that little rattling? Yeah, I guess it's just like, you know, it's just a spring. It seems like it's just a spring. Let me see. Let me get a flashlight because I don't think my light is on the camera, which is kind of weird. All right. Get that one going right there. Looks like this one actually came undone. Now that's weird. Why didn't these come undone? Interesting. So the edge came undone, but not these. Am I not doing something right? Okay, we'll just leave it, but we'll have the edge right here. Let me put that on our cardboard piece, which is right here. So this one came off close to the end of the edge. There it is. You see? Right there, closest to the fan area. Let's continue going. We got one. Okay, so we got these over here now. Okay, this one came undone too. I felt it shoot out. But it doesn't want to come out. Intriguing. Oh, whoopsie. Let me get the light back up. Okay, then. Accidentally slipped. Doesn't also come out. Last two. I think this one wants to come out. Nope, as well. Yeah, they don't come out, which is kind of weird. All right. Like I said, that works well with me. We only had one come out, which is kind of weird. Wait, I think this one wants to come out. Nope. Same thing. All right, so now we have it now. So now let's see if we can try to remove it. All right, so let's see then. Nice and easy. There we go. Easy. Try to grab from this side right here. Try to like grab it like how I'm grabbing it right there. See, from one corner and from up this corner. And there we go. Look at that. Pink thermal paste. And I'm not sure which is the CPU. I'm going to be really honest with you. We'll put this to the side right here. Crap. Because I don't want it to bend under its own pressure. Because it is pretty heavy. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right. Like that. And here we are. Look at that. So now I'm going to try to show y'all lads how to clean it. And then how to add some thermal. The VRAM, the pink thermal paste, the one I bought. The one I had showed y'all. Here it is. Let me show you right here. Try to apply this. I'm not going to show you how to apply it on all of them. I'm just going to show you how to do it a couple of times. And then, of course, the thermal paste itself on these two. And how to clean it. All right. So let's get to that then. All right, then, mate. So you want to grab one of your coffee filters. Or your cotton swab, whatever you're using. But I'm using a coffee filter. Like that. Get your 91 IC purple. I got to take that off. But get that right there. And then I'll show you in just a bit. Let me just open this up. Right there. There we go. Very unprepared. I'm not a professional. I should have said that first. And I think I will edit that in the video from the beginning. You're going to want to dab it a bit like that. It's a little bit too wet. That's a little bit too wet. I think I did it a little bit too much. Let me redo that again. All right, so we got it like this. And now you're going to want to like dab it. I think that should be good. One bit should be good right there. Like that, see? Not too much. You know, nothing crazy. All right, and now you could just gently rub it on there until it comes undone. Try to get the best that you can. There we go. Look at that. Looks like a pretty good thermal paste. Not gonna lie. All right. Try to get it from the edges, of course, you know. Maybe I might need to use a cotton swab. I'm not too sure. But all right. And I'll, of course, zoom in. Just for now. And then I'll show you how it looks like when it's done. All right. There we go. It's not the cleanest, but it's better than how it looked before. You know what I mean? Just nice. Try to create a little edge like that. And then just like slowly get from the edges. But like I said, if you're using a cotton swab, it'd probably be easier for you. You know what I mean? You know, just nice and easy. Now I'm going to do this one more right here. And I'll do at least these two VRAM to show you how to do those. And then from there on, I'm going to clean the rest off camera. I'm just trying to show you how to do it, you know. While you're just to give you a little, you know, a little inside of it. So now let's get this one right here. Let me go get another cotton swab, another coffee filter ready. All right, so we got another one ready. And so now let's get ready to clean it off. Nice in the middle. There it goes, nice and clean. Getting in there. Be afraid, but not too afraid, you know. Don't be too afraid to put a little bit of pressure on there, but not pressure to the point where you're gonna like break it, you know. Not crazy like that. Let me get another one and let me continue off with it. On this one, I added a little bit more edge to it so I can get the side edges as well. So let me just dab a quick bit of alcohol on there. And then now let me just continue to do it like that. Nice little edge on the side. Nice little edge on the side. There we go. And there we go. Like I said, not the greatest, but better than how it looked before. All right. And there we go. All right, and now I'm gonna do now the VRAM next. All right, man, check this out. I didn't know that that's it in video. That's pretty cool. So my guess is this is the CPU. I'm not too sure now. I'm pretty tripped out. I'm assuming that's a GPU. This is a CPU. But all right, then now let's get these, at least these two, and then from there on, you could try to do the rest, like the ones on the bottom as well. See the ones on the bottom right there. So yeah. Okay, but let's try to get these two now. All right, then. So now we're gonna want to start scrubbing. Got a little bit right here. Let's just start scrubbing this one. This one's going to be more difficult because this is thermal putty. This isn't really thermal paste. So maybe a cotton swab would do way better on this one right here. So let's just try our hardest right here to clean it out as the best as I can. Like I said, I won't do the rest on camera because as you can see, this is not easy. It's probably gonna take me a bit of time right here. I already ran out on that one. Let me grab another one. Let me see right here. I heard some people like to use a toothbrush and dip that in and then scrub it all out, but I don't think that's a really good idea for a laptop, so I'm kind of good. But I heard some people do that. And is it safe? Probably, yeah, but like I said, this is my only gaming laptop. I'm not going to risk that. If I had money like other people did, and I probably would, but I'm not rich, you know what I mean? All right. And so let's just keep scrubbing it so we can get a cleaner look. Honestly, I think I might just show y'all this one VRAM, and then the rest I'm going to just do off camera, like I said. I was going to plan to show y'all two of them, but this is clearly being stubborn. And like I said, it's not easy for me to do it because this camera is in the way. I think I got some on this side, I think, by accident. All right, then. Not too sure if that's... Obviously, this is not good, of course, but all right, then. But you see what I'm doing, all right? So, like, you know, I'll cut it from here, and then I'll show you how it looks after. Alright then, bros. That's how good I can get it. Like I said, it's not the best, and I'm not a professional. Just to let you know, I'm not a professional. I should have said that in the beginning of the video, but like I said, I am gonna put a disclaimer there. Another disclaimer I should have put down is, hopefully you're not following me along. I've been saying that the whole entire time. Don't follow me along the first time you're watching it. Stop being confident. Stop being cocky. Don't follow me along the first time. Watch this video a couple times until you get it right. You can reuse the pink paste. If you couldn't find this, or if you couldn't get K5 Pro, if you couldn't get K5 Pro VRAM, or you just don't want to, you don't have the money, you can use the pink paste. Like, you can still use it. You'll just have to like kind of recycle it. You're just gonna have to like grab it from certain areas that have more and just slowly like push it around, or don't touch it at all and just reapply it back. You know what I mean? Just change out what the thermal paste for just your CPU. I've read online, but I'm not 100% sure if it will work the same way, or if it will heat up a little bit more than you used to. Just a disclaimer. I should have said that earlier before. I am sorry about that. But there you go. That's the best way I can get it. Now, obviously, this video is going to cut, and it's all going to be cleaned up from there on. It's going to take me some time. It's not really easy with the coffee filters, I'm not going to lie, but it's less messy, not like the cotton swabs. You know what I mean? But yeah, so, yeah. I'll catch you guys probably in like the next 30 minutes because it's going to take a while. But please be patient. Don't break nothing. Don't break nothing. All right, mates. So I was able to do most of all of them. This is how it looks now. Still a little bit of pink stuff somewhat in some areas. I'm not trying to make it look perfect, man, because this took me about like almost 2 hours. But yeah, this is a lot. Don't forget there's some up here too. Look, you can see it right here on the heatsink. That side goes right here to this side right here. These small little black ones and those small little black ones here. This little corner. These use pads. I didn't notice that until now. As you can see, there's pads, pad. I think that's it. It was only 3. These right here go for this one right here. These 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those small pink ones go to the small black ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. There's a small one right there. Very small. Let me see if I can zoom in. That small one right there. You see it? Where my nail is at? That small little guy right there. You see where my nail is at? That one. So that's 1 right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not this one. Not that one. This one. That small little guy right there. You see him right there. Where my nail is at. Not the one I'm touching right here. Not this one. This right here. So yeah. That also takes the pink stuff. So you know, yeah. But now I'm gonna show you how to remove it off here as well. Like I said, I'm not gonna show you instantly everything. I'm just gonna remove those 2 and then just this side, and then everything else I'm gonna remove off camera because it's just gonna take too long. But yes, please be patient. And then after this, I'm going to show you how I'm gonna use a spray can and a toothbrush to like clean those out. And same with the fans. But I'm not gonna show you the video. I'm just gonna demonstrate you what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna record it because I don't like want to do that. Like I said, I want to take the setup anywhere else, and I don't have no one else recording for me. But all right then. But yeah, that's all. I just want to show you how that came along. So now let's get to the heatsink now. All right then, mates. So here is this heatsink now. So what we're gonna do is just obviously remember get your whether you're using how do you say it, coffee filter, or if you're using cotton swab, you can use that as well. But make sure you use something that that's appropriate. Make sure you search up what's appropriate. Those 2 are appropriate. The cotton swabs for your ears and coffee filters. So now we're just gonna nice and easy just start cleaning it off. Obviously I got some out the side. It's okay though, because I'm gonna clean that as well. And there we go. Most of it's all gone now. Let me get some again. All right. I think I got cut because it started burning. The alcohol started burning my skin, or like a small part of my skin. I'm using 91 proof as well. I don't know if I did forget to mention that. I did show it in the video though, so you probably did see it. You can use 70. You can use 70%. You can use 90%. You can use, I don't know if you should use 99. I don't know anything about that. But you can use 77. It's just the only difference is it's gonna take longer to dry. You know what I mean? Well, 90% evaporates quicker. All right, so let's see. There's a little gunky one right here that's being very stubborn. I might have to do that one off camera right there. All right, but look, that's how it looks now. Not the greatest, but I'm not trying to be perfect. And remember, I'm not a professional, so don't come at me if something goes wrong. Make sure you're doing it at your own risk. Make sure you're doing this at your own risk. Like I said, watch this several times. Please watch it several times. Do not follow along with me. Do not let your pride get in the way. Do not think you're cool, that you can just follow what I'm doing the whole entire time. Remember that. Don't do that. By the way, I'm not swapping the thermal pads, so don't take off the thermal pads if you didn't buy any thermal pads. But I'm learning about that now. I didn't know that before. I didn't know this used thermal pads. I didn't honestly know like most of this. Like I said, I just came in doing this blind, but I was just like, there's not a lot of videos about the Predator 17 having any okay, let's rub this right here. But back to what I was saying, there was like no videos of the Predator 17 having like any support, you know what I mean? Like any videos, anything like that. Like, it's only like only forums. Not even Reddit had like any answers for me. And so I was like, oh my god. So I was like, you know, I just had to like, you know, just try to figure out as best as I can. On this one right here, it seemed like it was a little bit more stubborn. You might have to like put more elbow grease to it, but not too hard. Remember, this is a heat sink. You do not want to bend it. Please be gentle with your heat sink. Do not bend it, because then if you do bend it, it could cause it could disrupt the flow of air or the cooling, and then it could probably cool less. You know what I mean? So please be gentle with your heat sink. And if you're not gonna be gentle, do that at your own risk. Then. But I'm not gonna lie, cleaning the gunk off the VRAMs took a while. Like I said, it almost took me like 2 hours, almost 2 hours. And I did not enjoy one bit of it. Like, it was too much. I was honestly debating if I should just use a toothbrush and just like start scrubbing all the VRAMs. I heard it's not bad, but I heard it's also not recommended. Some people were saying use a paintbrush, a painter's brush. You know, like you can buy those at Home Depot. You know, basically just to paint houses. They say the bristles on those are a lot softer. But in the end of the day, I wasn't gonna use a toothbrush or the paintbrush. I was just gonna keep taking my time. So the reason you have to understand too, probably why I'm taking so long, is because of course I'm recording this. You know what I mean? So clearly, like, I already have, you know, I'm already like at a disadvantage. If I didn't record this, I would have been perfectly fine without, you know. This one is really stubborn. All right, I think we'll just leave that before I start scratching the actual heat sink, and then I could end up unevening the platform. So I think I'll just leave that like that. But all right, see, look, that was easy, simple and easy. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, it did leave some nasty residue on the heat sink itself, but nothing we could do about that now. We'll just leave that as it is. All right, and so now let's at least do now the pink VRAM. So let me just tear the tip off of this, and let me just reuse this one again. Give me a second. And I guess just one more piece of advice I'm gonna give you, lads, is take 5-6 hours off one day to do this. Like, once you have everything you need, like your tools, toolkit, the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol, basically, you have your thermal paste, your thermal putty. I don't know, I wouldn't recommend using thermal pads. I've read online that it's harder to eyeball it with thermal pads on this heatsink. Okay, let's do this one now. So let's see, you just rub, you know, try. I'm gonna rub it all in the middle, and then I'm gonna try to scoop it up with my hands. There we go, it's all in the middle. And so now I'm gonna do it like this. Pinch it up, and there we go, look at that. Now that was a lot easier than those VRAMs, because look, this is all smooth surfaces. This is a smooth surface right here. Those VRAMs were smooth as well, but they also had creaks and cracks, so then they would like fall in, you know what I mean? The thermal putty would fall in, and I'll just be there just trying to like my hardest to scoop it out. Like, it wasn't easy, it was not fun. But remember, please be gentle with this. Don't bend these, do not bend these. If you bend them, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm already warning you. I'm warning you. But back to what I was saying before, I was like, oh yeah, make sure you have your thermal paste, thermal putty, your rubbing alcohol. Make sure you have your cotton swabs ready, your tool kit for your screws. And if you're doing RAM upgrade, make sure you have the RAM, everything. Make sure you have everything ready, and then set a day to do this. If you have to do it early in the morning, do it early in the morning. I would recommend doing it early in the morning, because now for me it's nighttime, so it's going to be harder for me to use my, you know, the air duster and my toothbrush, because I won't be able to see that much in the dark, you know what I mean? So please do this in the morning, so maybe later in the afternoon when you're almost close to being done, when you're about to dust out your fans and the grill of, you know, the heat sink, then you'll have more time, you know what I'm saying? You'll have more visibility. There we go. And there we go. That's simple and easy. Now I'm going to do the rest off camera, but hopefully you learned something. Do not take off your thermal pads unless if you bought some. I didn't know this had thermal pads again, So now you know, but I don't think mine should be that big of a deal. But like I said, remember, do not follow me. Do not follow my steps. Watch the video first, watch it many times so you can see ahead of time. Like I said, I'm going to put that disclaimer in the beginning. Do not follow along. First, watch the video, see what you're getting yourself into. And then when you think you're ready, when you've watched it enough times, then order what you need, get what you need, you know, put a day aside for it, and then do it. Then you can follow along. But all right, the mates. So now, as you can see, this is what I'm left with now. Got also rid of those small ones on the side. Don't forget about putting thermal putty on those. Remember, on these right here, these two right here, 1, 2 right there. Not the gray ones, those little black ones right there. See, these two little black ones are forming an L, but an opposite way. All right, and then also don't forget about that small little one we talked about. The small little one right there, the small little one. Let's zoom into it again. That small little one. Let me see where my hand at, right there. Where my nail is at, you see where my nail is at? That small little guy right there. That is 1 right there, and then 2 right here, 3 right there, 4 right there, and 5 right there. These have thermal pads, so we don't have to worry about that. And like I said, remember, don't forget about the L. Those little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Now that's gonna be hard now. I'm trying to put thermal putty on this, so that's the next hard one, but I'm not gonna focus on right now. Now, like I told you, as promised, I was gonna tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm not gonna show y'all, but I'm gonna demonstrate it at least right here real quick. I'm going to grab my toothbrush and then also my air duster, and I'm gonna clean these out as best as I can. Blow the air. Make sure you blow the air this side, so all the dust goes out where it's stuck at. See how it's stuck right here? Blow it this way then. Blow the air that way and scrub right there so it keep all coming out. Don't blow it inwards because then you're pushing the dust in more inside the heatsink. And same with this side. See, there's a layer of dust right there, layer of dust right there. So blow from the blue side. Blow with your air duster and scrub on this side where the dust is at. Now let me show you how I'm gonna do it with the fans. All right then. So now for the fans, they're still loose, as you can see. I'm going to blow from the top. I don't think I'm gonna blow from the inside, because it looks like you can blow from the inside, as you can see. But I'll see how I do it. But if you do blow from the inside, now I want to make this perfectly clear. Do not break your fans. Do not break your fans. Make sure when you're using the toothbrush, hold it down. Put a little bit of pressure, hold it down when you're blowing the air. Because when you're blowing the air freely and that's spinning around, you can risk not breaking, but I think messing up the bearing, and the fan won't have as much power as it should when it's spinning. Does that make sense? It will become looser, so it wouldn't spin as fast as it should. So do not break your fan. If you have to put your finger there while you're blowing the compressed air in there, you could do it like this, or you could use the little red, you know, right here. The little red straw comes with. But yeah, I'm gonna blow up there, you know. I'm obviously gonna scrub as well. Like, you know, I'm gonna scrub first, then blow, then scrub again, then blow, you know, taking turns with that. But when you're about to blow it with the air, remember, hold pressure down so it doesn't spin freely. You want it to be perfectly still when you're blowing air, whether if it's from the side, you know, or if it's on top. All right, and so now that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean that, and I'm also gonna clean the casing, the top layer of the casing as well. I'm just gonna scrub it and I'm gonna blow it as well. You should know how to do that. You do not need me to demonstrate. I'm already helping you as much as I am, so don't be a baby about it. You should know how to do this now. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up like all this size right here. I'm gonna try my hardest. But all right then. I don't know why my camera's shaking. Oh, I think someone's calling me. All right then. All right then, mates. I was able to clean up all of it now. The fans, the grills, everything like that. Sprayed. Make sure when you're spraying, make sure you clean this area again, because there could be dust on it now, or like human skin, you know, human cells, whatnot. But yes, but we have it all cleaned up now. Now I'm gonna now these are already clean, but I'm gonna clean them one more time just in case any dust landed on them or anything like that. And remember, do this outside. When you're spraying this, do it outside. Do not dust it inside, because there's gonna be a lot, like I said. But I already did get it all done now. The fans, the grills, the casings as well. Got it all, so now this bad boy should run smoothly again. Hopefully it turns back on. But besides that, now we're gonna get to putting on the thermal putty. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this is gonna be really hard. That's why I'm telling y'all right now, I got the 10 gram. You're probably gonna want 20 or 50. I don't know how much a 20 costs, but the 50 gram costs about 30 bucks. That seems more worth it. This looks like a lot, but hopefully I don't screw it up. So we're gonna do this one first, the thermal putty, and then I'm gonna like only show you, demonstrate you how I'm gonna do it. From there on though, you're on your own. Like I said, just try to follow along for my little test, and hopefully like I do it right. And then after that, like I said, you're on your own. And then after that, I'm gonna use the same spatula that it comes with, because this comes with a spatula. And then I'm gonna use it for the Corsair as well. And I'll like do that one as well. And then we'll put it all back together. And after that, like I said, we're just gonna like speed run through putting it all back together. I am gonna change out the RAM as well, so you will see that too. All right, then mates. Let me move that a little bit. I did put a little bit of alcohol only on these two, because like I said, I'm gonna do it on those two. I'm gonna do the VRAM first, like I said, because this probably might take a while. I heard it gets messy, so I decided to prep these up first right there to show you those two tests. First, hopefully I do this right. I probably might cut the camera, because this might be a little bit hard, honestly, for me, because of you know, I can't do it because the camera's in my way. But look, okay, so I just like scooped up a bit. Like I said, it is kind of weird. It's not easy. I wish these came in syringes, but I guess they don't, unless if K5 does. It's not that easy as it seems. They have a lot of play to it. And I don't want to let this go to waste. All right, I think I got, damn it. Come on, there we go. There we go. Look at that though, you can already see the ground now. Right or wrong? Yeah, no, you can't already. So you see, you might want to get a bigger tub than I did. So I'm gonna have to like try to ration with these. So let me see if we could just try to get that going right there. Drag some on this side as well. And hopefully, you know, we could get something going over here. Yeah, I don't think 10 grams is enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be brutally honest with all you lads. So that's what I'm saying. Don't make the same mistake I made and try to buy 50 grams. That should be enough for your laptop. Okay. I'm gonna try to steal some of this and put it on a different one, like this one right here. Oh wait, you guys can't see. Hold on. I stole a small bit and I put on that small little guy right there, because that looked like it fits it. You know what I mean? See? Hopefully I'll have enough. I'm not gonna hold y'all lads, because, oh, didn't mean to drop it. There we go. Because that does not look like, oh, the camera was even on there. Oh my goodness. Well, you get kind of the point. I'm already kind of irritated with this because this is taking too damn long now. Like I said, because I was thinking about you guys, all you guys out there. I don't even know how many people are going to view this, but I'm assuming only the people who have this laptop will view this. But this shouldn't take you long enough. Okay, that looks good right there. We'll keep that like that. That looks pretty good right there. I'm happy with that. Hopefully that's enough though. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's enough for it to reach the heat sink as well. Because if it's not, then we're just going to have a lot of heating problems. But yeah, there's that one right there. Let's go back to the one right there at hand. There we go. Let's see what we can do right here with this. The bad thing is this may look like a lot, but when squished, will it be enough? Is the question. There we go. It's okay, I guess. Like it does have a lot of play to it. actually, it has like, it's difficult to play with it, is what I'm trying to say. But there we go. Because that's the best I can do. There are better I'm not sure if there's better videos out there. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I've seen better images of people spreading this. So like, I guess this is what sucks about thermal putty. It's not that easy. It's like a harder substance to deal with. So hopefully, you know, this all works out. I am going to like I said, I am going to cut this off, but that's much right there, as you'll see, and then I'll record the CPU thermal paste next. But I'm gonna get all this done now. That's all I'm gonna show you right there, just for that. The rest, like I said, you're on your own. All right then, bros. I want to record a real quick update. It's actually a lot easier if you use the little those little weird things like I told you that I come with. They wrap around your finger and they just like roll over your finger. And so it helps out a lot more. You like squish it easier. You like pick it up. But look, I'm running low already. You can see I'm already kind of like halfway there now. So please, I can't stress enough, please get more. Please get the 50 gram, please get the 20 gram. I would recommend the 50 gram. Because look, I still got to do all this right here. I still got to do these 3, and I still got to do the back, these 2 right here in the back. And I still got to do these small ones over here. I don't know if I have enough, but I'm crossing my finger. But this is what I'm worried about now, because I still haven't figured. I forgot I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those to go. Small ones, I think they look pretty good. And any extra one I'm going to put it in areas where I think they could use it more, where it could have a better connection. Like I said, so hopefully I'm putting enough. That's why I can't stress enough, mates. Please, for the love of God, get the 50 gram. Spend the extra money. Don't be stupid. All right. Like I said, hopefully you're not following along. Like I said, hopefully you're watching this first so you can see all the mistakes I'm making and you can prevent it. So hopefully we'll see how my temperatures run after this. I'm not going to do no crazy benchmark. I'm just going to open up the Predator sense and I'm just going to show you right there how they're running. But these have always ran cool, so hopefully they continue running cool. If they rise up in temperature on idle, then that means there probably wasn't enough thermal putty. But as for the CPU though, the CPU, I think that's the CPU, that one always did run a little bit warmer on idle. So, you know, I know if that drops, I'll be happy with that. But the VRAM, I will be sad if that ends up running a little bit warmer now, because that kind of sucks. But like I said though, I do have still some of the old thermal putty from this, so maybe I can combine that and maybe I could use that, you know, to help out. Hopefully, I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, if I do that or not, but I'm not sure if I'll let y'all know about that, but I'll show y'all how it comes out. But just a little bit of advice: use this, like, you know, form a little ball with the little thing, and then like scoop it up, and then try to like push it down as best as you can. It'll try to attach to your finger, but like just try to fight it for a bit, you know. Like I said, I still got a little bit more. Please, 50 gram, all right? Like, listen, all right. All right, then, mates. So as you can see, I finally got it all done. I made them into little balls. I can't stress it enough. Please get 20 grams. Look, this is all I was left with. It's just that little bunch and a couple scrapes, as you can see. Not a lot. I felt like putting the last bit on one of these, but I don't think I should. I know it's a good idea, probably, if I should, but I don't know where would I put it, you know what I mean? Let me see, maybe I'll set it right over here on this one. Actually, I kind of regret that now, because I feel like I've noticed that one doesn't have a lot either. Let me see if I can scrape a bit of it off right there. Just a small little chunk. I'm gonna scrape it on that one. Damn it. Well, whatever. Yep, whatever. I did take off the gloves. Be careful. It is pretty tight. Those little glove things, they are pretty tight, but they do work good. I'm not gonna lie. They do work good. So yeah, let me see if I could just try to, yeah, there we go. Just try to drag some more on there. There we go. A little bit more, just a little speck right there, and that's on my, there we go. There, something like that. All right, but there it is though. That's the product right there. Please, 50 grams, please. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Little box is awesome. Look at that little box. But yeah, now I know that if it starts, if it's hotter than usual now, I'll know what I did wrong then. Because under load, it was never hot. It was never hot. Like it ran smoothly. The only thing that was hot was thermal paste. But now we will do the thermal paste now. That's what we will do. And one thing I forgot to mention, so I'm going to say it right now before I forget again. Please, 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 before you start putting down your thermal putty and anything like that, I did it late now. Like I said, you better be watching this before doing it so you can hear all the advice I'm saying. Clean it before, actually putting anything down yet. I forgot to do that. So now, hopefully there ain't no dust or nothing that could cause an air gap on the VRAMs now. So I sold on that one now. It sucks. It's already too late. So I'm not going to complain now. It is what it is. There we go though. We cleaned up the little area. Let's give it, when you clean it up, give it a second, give it like about a minute. Let it dry up, let it all go away, and then when you feel like if you feel like you're waiting enough time, start putting it down. So that's okay, but like I had it when I went out to go clean all this, I forgot to clean all that. So this has been sitting here for like about almost an hour and 30 minutes. And I didn't clean it anymore after that. I did clean it like originally, like, when everything was done, when I had filmed that part, it was all clean. But like when I was gone for that 1 hour and 30 minutes, dust can fall on it, little dust, little hairs, whatnot. And so that's what sucks. So hopefully there ain't no air gaps with that dust in there. But all right then, let's get on with the thermal paste. All right then, mates. So when you first open it up, it comes, with your safety information, all that. We don't need that. It comes with it also comes with its own little putty, you could say. But look how big that is. Look at that. That is huge. Like, you see? So we're not using that. We'll use the this one right here. Make sure you clean it. I'm gonna clean it so I can use this and I can slowly scrape on the thing. It also comes with applicators, but like I said, we don't need that because look how big that is. Look at this. Look how big that is. Compared to that, literally it's covering the whole thing. We only need that small piece. This is mainly meant for like actual bigger CPUs, but it's still thermal paste, you know what I mean? So I'm not complaining. But yeah, so that's what it all comes with. But this is what we're mainly after, the XTM 170. So let me just get that out of its little holder, There we go. And now we'll use the putty knife that it came with the pink putty. We'll use this now for that. So now give me a second. All right, then, mates. So it's already cleaned up. Make sure you rinse it out with water. Then, as you can see, my hand is still wet, so I gotta let my hand dry it out before I start putting this on. But dry it up, wet it with water. Then dip it in some of the rubbing alcohol, the same one we've been using. 91%, as you can see. And then rinse it out with more water just to get rid of that alcohol. And it should be good to go. That's what I'm going to reuse right there. Opening it up. Looks like there's already a bit of it sticking out, but I'm going to take that off. I'm not going to use that bit. So I'm just going to like cut it off right there. Because I don't really trust that. All right, then, mates. So it's simple and easy. We're just going to want to put a nice little dot right there. There we go, just like that. Put this away, put the lid on it, or don't. I'll just set it to the side. I won't put the lid on it. And then we'll use our little putty knife and just try to spread it around like that. You can put a little bit of pressure on it. It should be a-okay. It looks like I'll need some more on this. It's not really sticking that well. So let me put some more right there on there. And now let's keep going. I should probably also bring it to this side as well, so we can get all angles. There we go. Nice and covered. We want to make sure we get it everywhere as best as we can. Let's put slightly a little bit more. Just that much should do. All right, it looks like we got a little bit right there, but I took it off. And there we go. This side doesn't seem like it wants to get absorbed at all. Hopefully you guys are gonna have it easier than me. There we go. It's not the best, but I'll fix it up more behind the scenes. But that's how you want to kind of get a gist of it. Then I'll get that one. I won't probably film that one, but that's how you want to do it. You just want to like get it going like that. All right, then, mates. So this is how I have it now. You can see I did add two little small, less than a pea of drops, just in case if what I put wasn't enough. So when it does come and smush it down, it will, you know, smush it down into like its place. It was a bit difficult. I don't know why I made it difficult. I guess I was just being stupid half the time, but there we go though. We finally got it. Now it's time to put this heatsink back on. And now we're gonna like rush everything, basically like reassemble everything. So it's gonna be more cut to pieces. But I'll just try to point out some things so you remember how to reassemble it. All right then, bros. Here we go. Here is the heatsink right here going back in. Let me try to make sure I have this right in the middle the best way as I can. Let me. I think right here should do good. Sorry if the camera angle did go low. I did drop a little bit lower. Try to line up the holes with the holes right there. So right there should be good. And that looks like it's right in. Yep. Looks like that's right in. Let's first try tightening this up right here. Let's see if that goes in. It's not going in, kind of weird. Maybe I didn't line it up right. And this hole, it shows like I did. Let's see, let's try a different one. Let's try number 1. Okay, I think that's going in, yep. So maybe I didn't align them that good. But I think that should have aligned it good. So now we go 2 right here. There's numbers, it's number coded, as you can see. The way you're supposed to tighten it up. So 1, 2, now 3 is next right here. So you make sure they all come down evenly on the thermal paste and the thermal putty. There we go. And now 4 is next. You have to push down a bit because of the spring that it comes with. There we go. And then 5 right here. Let me take that one out right there. There you go, because that one did come out on its own. Yep, messed that up. Okay, I think there we go. I think that should be in there. Okay, now just slightly put a little bit of force into it. Not nothing crazy. Okay, then I don't think that one's resisting, so I'm gonna have to pick up the motherboard a bit and try to angle it right. Okay, there we go. So there goes 5. Then here is 6 right here, then 7, then 8. Okay then. Now I'll do the RAM upgrade now. Let's get 7. And then 8. You don't want to tighten them too much, but you just want to tighten them when it doesn't give any more, where it doesn't get any more tighter. So basically where it finally stops. That's what you want to do. So we got 1, 2, yep. 3, yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. Now you can inspect it. You can pick it up. Careful again. And try to inspect if it got all of them. You can see some of my thermal putty did come out. So I probably did do a good job putting a good amount. Maybe a little too much. But still though. And inspect it. Take your time and inspect it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright then, bros. And there we go. I inspected. It seemed pretty good. Too bad we can't check how the thermal paste came out. But hopefully those came out great too. Now let's get on to the RAM upgrade. Let's try to zoom in a bit right over here. There we go. Slightly down. What you want to do is pull these pins out right here. Put them to the side. Push them to the side like this. Like basically you're like pushing them this way. See? It's like this. See, one is out already. The other one, no, just come and pop out. See? Easy, simple. Let me get my new RAM right here. And make sure you align them up right. Make sure you align them up right. So let me just try to open up this RAM. I should have had this ready. So I apologize. This one was my fault. So now let's try to match it. Here is the RAM I'm going to put in. Let's try to match them. That looks about right. Yep. Look at that. So this side goes in first. So we'll put this to the side. We'll take this one out too now. Out easy. There we go. Very easy. Very easy. There we go. Now we push this one in. Let's see if I can get it. Okay then. Let me see if I could just try to get it. Oopsie daisy. I think I put it. Oh no, there you go. That's easy. That was easy. All you do is just gotta. You don't even have to line it up with the metal. Like all you gotta do is just insert it easy, and then just push down, and it'll see. You see they clamp up by themselves. Here we go. We'll try it again. I'll show you on this one right here. Just line it up right there where it needs to line up, and then just push down. Look, and it'll. You see those metals coming out already? They're about to wrap around. Push in. There we go. They got it. And there we go. Hopefully those RAMs are good, because I'm not trying to open up this whole PC again. Now, while we're here, actually, this is beautiful. I didn't realize this now when I had taken it apart. But I love this design. I'm going to put this RAM in the box now. But I love this design. Look at this design. It's not like the other laptops. When you take it all apart, these are still sealed. You know what I mean? When we open it, look, it's still sealed. So we never had to change the thermal paste or the thermal putty or the thermal pads. If you wanted to do this swap, you didn't have to remove none of those. It's just the fans. These still had their seal on. The thermal paste was untouched. Thermal pads were untouched. The reason why I had to change mine was because mine was overheating from the thermal paste. Hopefully now the thermal pads and all that come out good. The thermal putty I meant and the thermal paste come out good. Hopefully this will keep it cool now. But yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that. So if you're gonna do a RAM change, don't worry about these, because you don't have to access them unless if you need to. You could just still do your RAM change. But all right then, now let's move on to the next step. All right then, mates, so this is the next step now. Grab your laptop again now. Make sure all the wires are out of the way. I even put the fans up here, as you can see. Hold on, let me raise this up so you can see a higher view. There we go. So there we go. See, the fans are out the way because they're going to go down here. Remember, we're going to want to put the motherboard first. There's the Wi-Fi. There's the other fan right here. Clean them out as best as I could. They are still a bit dusty from the inside. I tried my hardest. I used compressed air and the toothbrush, but I got most of all of them out. Cleaned also the sides, everything like that. But now, enough chit-chat. Let's get this over with quick. All right then, bros. So remember how we did it? We lifted it from this side and pulled it out this way. So we're going to want to do it the same way again. We're going to want to line up the USB and the US Type-C, both ports right there on the side. You see them? Both ports right there on the side. We're going to want to line them up to the same ports right here on this side. And try to slowly get them all in there without any fighting or any fussing. Best way we can. And I think I got it. I think, I'm not too sure. Let me check it out. All right then, bros. I didn't get it quite in. Still needs a little bit more fusion. Okay, I think there we go. Now it's in. There we go. You just gotta fight this little area right here because that's where the USB and the 2 USB-Cs go. But I think now I did get it. Now we can line this all back up right here as well, and then put the watch out for the cable. Look at that, that goes in. Try to get the tape to go stick all back in as well. The best you can. If you have to reuse a tape, a different tape, I would recommend doing that to not let dust go in. So I think I might do that. I might just retape this with some other different type of tape. Let me get this side as well now. Make sure all the cables are perfectly out of the way and not gonna break themselves. Let me get this cable back in here. This one was right in here if I'm correct, before it came out. Let me open this tape back up. Yep. This is right in here if I'm correct. Yeah, it was like right in there. I'm protecting that, and there we go. That's how that went with this tape right here. And then we just push it down now. There we go. That's how the wires went originally. They covered that part. And then this never really did get touched. It was just mainly that. And there we go. Slide this in right there. These little wires right there where they were at previously. Same with this one. There we go. That goes right there, and that goes right in there. All right, we got the cable right there for that one. Make sure these go up here. That's where they go. All right, and now I'm gonna install these 2 RAMs. I'm gonna actually screw everything in first, then I'm gonna install them. But we already got all the wires. Here we go. And to make sure we don't miss nothing, here are the fans as well. We're gonna do the fans first, and then we'll do the everything else after this one. You see, I also remember I highlighted what needs to go in. I forgot to highlight this one right here, so I better remember that one. Let me highlight it quickly right now. There we go, and then let me highlight those 2 up top. All right, so that's what we'll do now. All right then, so let's start by putting in these 3 first. So try to get them in there easily as best as you can. Like this one right here, try to wiggle it back in. Look at that go in. Ooh, felt a little snap, so that's good. This one next. I might have to use the pliers for this one, or I could try to, actually there we go, I think I got it. I could try to push it from the edges. There we go, that one went in too. Want to make sure that one's nice in there. Hopefully it turns on when I get it, you know what I mean? We're gonna get this one next. This one's a little bit difficult, but since it's loose right now, it shouldn't be too hard. We should be able to just open this back up, push it as close as we can in. You know what I mean? Close as we can. Like that. Oh, I think we got it. Yeah. I think we got it. And then we just snap it close. There we go. I think we got that one. I'm going to check real quick. All right then, bros. We did get that one. That was pretty easy. And it's still loose right over here. So we do want to try to line this up with its ports. There we go. Now that's all lined up. So this is ready to be installed as well. Screwed in. Let's get this one first though before we try to do that. Let's try to stick this back up to its, yep, there we go. That did stick back up to where it needed to be. Let's wiggle that in. This one doesn't really have a snap, so just try to get it in there. Okay, I think that's in there pretty good. There we go. I did tape these, by the way. As you can see, I did add my own tape now. You can see that one, you could tell, kind of cuts a bit. So, the dust doesn't, get in and whatnot, or get out and through the motherboard. Let's try to stick this back in as best as we can by not breaking it. There we go, it's in. Then we could screw it in with, of course, these right here. I haven't screwed in the fans yet, by the way. I'm rushing now. I'm rushing too much. We'll get to the fans soon. Let's just plug in everything first. We'll get this one right in here now. This is the next one right here. This fan's port. This fan's cord. Okay then, now let's just try to. Now this one's kind of harder. Okay, there we go. I got it. You heard a little snap. It was a little tuk. All right. We get this one in now. We can just push it on there. Make sure it's on there good. All right. Pretty good. Don't want to put too much pressure on that one. And now the last 2 right over here, if I'm correct. These should be the last 2. We still got to put this one back in. Now let me get these last 2 over here now. Let's see if we could just try to line it up as best as we can. I'm gonna probably have to look at this, so hold on. I think that's it, actually. I think that was it. So let me look at these. All right, then, bros, that was it. So you can get real close to it. You could like get your head real close to it, like, and then just like feel how it goes in. I haven't put this one in yet, but this just goes in right there. Like I said, get real close to it, feel it, and it should just stay like that, like without it moving. Okay, I'm gonna check this one out now. All right, then, so I did check it out. It's in there good, and then you just snap it onto it like that. And it shouldn't come off easily, you know, because this little holder has it. I want to make sure they're in there good. They're not gonna slip out. Those two are snapped in. There we go, we got all this. Now, let's get the fans first before we get anything else. And then we gotta get the USB right here, remember that. We didn't disconnect none of these. We only disconnected what was on here. So we didn't disconnect none of those. So hopefully y'all didn't disconnect that. All right then, and so now let's see. I want to make sure we're all good. I'm gonna check real quick before we actually, let's just connect those fans now. So remember, get your fans right here. This goes up here, this screw up here, this screw down here, this screw over here, and then this screw up here. Hopefully you kept them all organized. If you didn't, and some of them are bigger than the others, then that's on you now. Don't blame that on me. I've been trying to help you out the whole entire time. All right, then. So let's get these screws going in. All right, then. You can't see it, but the screws are already in there. I haven't screwed them in yet. Remember, swap back. If you got this, remember we were using this one before when we were taking out the heatsink because they were bigger. But now swap back to the 00 again. Remember, we have to swap back to the 00, and everything will just be the same screw bit. So we're back on 00 right here, the Phillips head screwdriver. Now let's just tidy this bad boy up right there. There we go, nice and snug. Don't want to try to thread it. All right, let's get that in there. Nice and snug. Nothing too crazy to the point where we thread it. Okay. Yeah, that one was the weird one if I'm correct. I think that was the very, very weird one. All right, there we go, nice and snug. Okay, don't want to thread this one by accident. There we go, and now let's get this side. All right, then you can't see it, but the screw's already in there. Oh yeah, you probably have seen it now. So the screw's already in there, already popped them in. So I waste no time. Get that going in, nice and snug. This one's next. Get that going in. Nice and snug. Now make sure to put a little bit of pressure in case it needs a little bit more snugness. All right, there we go. We're good now. So that's all of the fans now. So we already got the fans out the way. We already got the heatsink out the way. So that's already 2 out of, I don't know how many cardboards there was in total. So that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cardboards in total. We had 6 of these basically in total. So that's 2 out of 6 already done. So now the next one, there's this 3 out of 6 now, the USB. We'll do that one now. So this one on top goes right there. This one on the bottom goes right there. So let's get it right there. Let's get that going in nice and easy. Don't want to try to thread it. All right. There we go. Let me take out the other last one right over here. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Looks like I got it on the bit. So let me just try to. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, there we go. All right, nice and tight. There we go. 3 out of 6 done. Now here is 4 out of 6. We're going straight for the killer one right here because this one's been waiting patiently. So let's go straight for that one. Let's just try to put it on there. The black screw. Y'all remember that one. The killer screw. Hopefully y'all didn't lose it. Come on. Get in there. Oh, it was in there, but it got out because of my thumb. All right, I'm going to have to pause and I'm going to get it in there. All right, then, bros. Screwed it in already. You already know how to do that. Come on now. So you don't need me to record that. The white one did come loose for some reason. It popped out. You just pop it back in and it makes a little little pop noise, not a big pop noise. If it makes a big pop noise, hopefully you didn't break none. All right, then now we got this one right here next. It looks like we did forget some wires. We forgot these two right here. All right, so let's get this one right here now. I'm glad I looked at these. I was like, hold on, these shouldn't be here. Let's enter that bad boy right in there. Wiggle it in. There we go, it's in there. Remember, this is a lip. You can see it move. You see it move, it's a lip. So let's just keep that lip open. Line it as best as we can. I think that's how far it goes. Close it. There we go. Lines up with the white line. You see the white line right there? Lines up perfectly. Make sure it's snug in there. Easy money. All right then. I forgot about that. That was my fault. But see, now you know to not follow along with me. Watch the video first, see my mistakes, and then do it yourself. I'm gonna put the white tape back. I'm not sure how this goes. I think it was like this. Yeah. But there we go. I'm gonna try to keep it as OEM as possible. There we go. Easy money. Got that white tape back on there as if nothing happened. I'm sure they'll know. Now we got our screws. Now we can start wherever side we want to, but choose what your poison and go how you want to go. Let me tuck this wire back in. Actually, I forgot about that. Should have tucked this wire back in for the fan, because it was tucked in there pretty well. And so I want to keep it that way. So let me tuck that one back in. There we go. That's as tucky as we can get. Little tucked up wire. Just so it doesn't get caught up on the fan blades or anything else. All right then. So now we're going to start screwing these in, okay? All right then, let's start then. Let's start with the killer one first, right over here. Hopefully I can see. Like I said, the camera is in the way. And this is not easy. And I popped the white wire again by accident. Okay. All right then, there goes that first one right there. Let me pop that wire back. You should probably hear it when it pops in. Let me just pop it in as best as I can. I can't see from far away. That was not it. Come on. For the love of God, please. I'm almost done. All right then, hold on. All right then, mates, got it back in again. All right, let's put this one next. This one right here, took it out. Put it in there next now. Easy money. There we go. There's a second one. Now here's a third one beside the SSDs. Right here as it seems, you can see it. Okay then, bros. There we go. Nice and good on there. Hopefully I didn't thread that bolt. Remember, you want to do it when it starts resisting. Don't do it till it's the point of it's like threading itself. All right, then there we go, right there. Okay, that's good right there. All right, then here's the secret one right here. Remember the secret one right there that we had put right over here. There we go. And you don't have to do this right here, but I kept the little secret thing that kept it secret right here. So I'll just push that back right in there. Because why not? There we go. And that's why some people couldn't see the bolt. Two more left. Right here and right there. So let me get those going in. While I'm screwing everything in, I'm also looking, make sure I didn't miss any more wires. Hopefully, I did not miss any more wires. I'm trying to think back right now while I'm doing all this. Okay, then there's that one. I'm looking. I don't see nothing else. I don't see nothing else. And then the last one's right here. Right there. Right there. Check this out. There we go. That was 7 in total. Now we'll count them all together so we know we got them all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 up there. All right, now everything's all screwed back in. There's that one right there. So that was 4 out of 6 now. So now we got 2 more to go. But before we do that, I am going to install the RAM on this one as well. Alright then, bros. Here comes the first RAM. Remember, line it up at an angle like that. Push it in as best as you can and then just pop it down. And look, the arms are going to reach out to it. Look at that. There we go. Here's this last one right here. The last 16 gigabyte. Looks like this one goes in this way. Interesting. There we go. Rather intriguing. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Let me open these arms up. Let me make sure this doesn't go. Yeah, this doesn't go. Very intriguing, don't you think? They chose that one that way. I guess just to show what RAM you have installed, you know what I mean? But this is all crucial. That's what I got for all of them. 16, 16, that's 32. And 16, 16 on the other ones in the back. That's 64 in total. So I maxed out this whole thing. There we go. And I also took the time to check everything, make sure I didn't miss nothing. Hopefully, to God, I didn't miss nothing. But there we go. We got that one. So now let's move on to 5 out of 6, which is the case now. The actual entire case. So let's get that going. Alright then, bros. Here's the entire case right here. You already know how that is. Our little HDD cover. The wires for it. I mean, the screws for it. And let's not forget the heat sink as well. That's on this one right here. We don't install the heat sink yet. We don't install the heat sink now. We install it after we install this. Remember that. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing else. I think I am good. So I guess hopefully this is all of it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything else in there. We can push it up like this. Like put the end first like this. And then slide it down like that a bit. And then you see how it slid down? This slid down up here. So you can slide it up and then you can slide it down. And then we should be able to pop everything in place. I'm going to take my time to pop everything in place. So yeah, but take your time, pop everything in place. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Alright then, mates. I popped everything into place. What you want to do for the back is push these in and push them up. These were having a little bit of struggle trying to go back in. But push them in like that and push up. Push in and push up. But I already did it, so I'm all good now. Now look at this beauty. Good stuff. So now let's see then. We can install first our thermal. So our SSD drive. So this can finally go back in its place and not collect any more dust. So let's just get that in there right now. Let's not waste no time for that. Get your card out, SSD right here. You can see it's a lot bigger too. There we go. Okay then. So let's go. I do apologize if this is a really long video just for a small, for like, you know, thermal paste change. But hopefully you are patient with me. Alright then. So let's get that going right there. There we go. So that's all set. Let's start by plugging in the wires, which we have these two right here. And I think these are the only two right here. So let's start with this one right here. The HDD. If I could try to get it in as best as I can, because I can't really see with the camera in the way. Okay, it's in there now. Nice and easy. That's nice and easy. And this one, just like, you just line it up. So you just line this one up easily. Line it up to the port. You see it's like its little teeth. This one's easy. It's just as easy as the one beside the fan. Line it up as best you can and just pop it in. There we go. And that one's in there. And then the battery's next, but we're not yet. We're still doing this. Let's put this one back in, the HDD. Make sure the wire is all in place. There we go. That goes in easily. This is how you go in. You like slide it in from the like that first and then pop it in. HDD, we got these two right here. Yeah. There we go. And there we go. So this one goes right here. And this one goes right here. Now let's screw those bad boys in. Alright then, bro. Got the HDD in. Now let's get, like I said, start at any order you want. I'm going to just go with these two at the bottom first. And then that one next. I'm basically just reversing what I was doing. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird because I usually don't do that. But for some reason, I'm doing that today, which is really weird. Okay, we got that one in right there. The bottom screw, basically, you see it right there. Bottom screw right there. Oopsie. I feel like I went a little too overboard. This one next. Let me scooch it up a bit. There we go. All right, then hopefully this is a healthy PC after I'm done with this, man. Hopefully this is a healthy PC. If this video is up there, that means the PC should be okay. If it's up there, that means I was able to render it through the PC, because this is how I do most of my uploads, is through my PC. I'm at my laptop, but I do want to build a laptop one day, you know what I mean? So we'll do these ones next. We'll do the bottom ones, and we'll go all the way to the top. So we'll put those in right now. All right, but you know how to do this now, like from the sides. All right, so I'll cut to me being done. All right then, bros. So that was all of them now. That's all right there, 5 out of 6. We probably should have numbered these like 1. This would be technically 2 out of 6. But I didn't do it, but hey, save that for future reference now. Number your cardboards. Like I said, hopefully you weren't following through. Hopefully you watched this all to the end, and now you have these ideas. You know what I mean? You learn from my mistakes. Watch this video over and over again as many times as you need to. Now let's get the last part, which is 6 out of 6, which is the battery. So let me get that. Here we are. Battery right there. Here's the case. There we go. First case right there. That's where we first started, and now we're finally ending it. So let's get this battery in here. You should be able to slide it down, I think this way. No. Slide it down this way. Like that, underneath there, and it goes over like that. There we go. And then we just make sure we get this in here and get it in there as best as you can. Okay, there we go. I pushed it with the tip of my nail. That's what I was doing. I lined it up as best as I could, and I pushed it in like that. All right, and then let's just tape that there, down like that, with this little tape already on there. Okay, there we go. And there we go. That should be it. And this just stays in like that, which is kind of weird, but I guess that's how it stays. You know, I don't think it's going to move at all. Hopefully not. All right, and now let's just cover this bad boy back up, which is just like that. Snap it on. Hopefully I snapped it on right. I think I did. Make sure you snap it on right as best as you can. Get that right there. Put that nail right there on that spot. Get the other nail right there. Last 2, and now we are done. So let me screw these bad boys in, and then I'll probably cut to me booting it up, and like me just having my clear desk out. Because I am gonna dust again, because there's this little carpet this rug here, and I don't want that leaving dust here and then all that dust re-entering back in, you know what I mean? So yeah, but there we go, and that should be all. You know, you should be good to go now. Like I said, please stay to the end, because like I said, I will still have some final words to say that could help you out and advice. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Take the risk. Take the risk at your own will. At your own will, not me. I made this video just to help out people with this laptop, because there is no support to it as it seems on YouTube. But hopefully this is the first now, and hopefully we'll start seeing more support from other, YouTubers. But yeah, all right. So let's get to the boot up. All right, the mates. So we got a good sign. I did plug it in. This is a good sign, but now let's see. All right, she turns on. Well, he actually. Let's go. So it did boot up. It's taking a bit of time this time, though. It's kind of weird. Could it be because of the new RAM, maybe? Well, I'll find out in just a bit. Alright, as soon as I stopped filming, it started up. I'm assuming it was because of the RAM. So don't freak out. I'm assuming it was because I installed new RAM and whatnot. So it took like a good, after I stopped recording, it didn't even take another 15 seconds. It just like instantly booted up in those 10 seconds. So this concludes the video. These are still running smoothly as they should. This did drop down a couple of degrees lower. Maybe it's the thermal paste. I didn't get better thermal paste. I should have probably got Grizzly. You know what I mean, the Grizzly one. But this is how it is now on here. if I do close it out, when it's not doing that, when it's not running that machine or it's not running anything, when it's just idling like this on max fans, seems to run pretty good. On custom as well, I got my own custom as well, where like it doesn't run as loud. But yeah, now we pull it back up and it should go back down, see? But when this window comes back up, it goes up. Look, look. Wait for it. Cause see, I'm assuming it's using the processor, that's why. But it did drop down before. Before I was getting like about 125, 126. So it did drop down 14 degrees, 14, 15. It would be like that on idle, you know what I'm saying, when I would pop this up. But now, as it seems, the thermal paste did actually bring the temperature down, you know what I mean? These are still the same. I guess I'm glad I did put enough VRAM of that thermal putty. So these are still looking good. This one, like I said, it looks like it's rising up a bit. It went up 3 already. Hopefully it drops down a bit. But it did drop though. Oh look, it dropped again. Yep. But yeah, alright, so at least thermal paste was good. Get better with thermal paste. Remember, the thermal putty as well. 50 grams. Don't forget that, alright? Rubbing alcohol, Q-tips, whatever you want to use, Q-tips or coffee filters. And then your thermal paste, whatever you please, you know. Let me think what else. Don't forget your tools, your little toolkits. I'll link the description to everything so you can have everything now. But I'm going to celebrate now. I'm finally happy. Oh, it looks like it's rising a lot. I don't know what's it using now. And my 16GB RAM, 64 did pop up as well. I'm not going to show it though, but it did. It does have 64, so we are good with that. So I'm pretty happy camper with that. Oh, it's rising up a lot. Whoa. Maybe that thermal paste isn't working that good. Or maybe it'll drop back down. Oh, there it goes. It's slowly dropping back down. Well, you know how PCs are. You know how laptops are. So maybe this is normal for it. I'm not sure. Maybe this is normal, but that constant 111 did make me happy a bit. Because at least I know it did drop down. But alright, but I guess that's practically it. Don't forget thermal paste, thermal putty. Don't use thermal pads. Don't trust those. Thermal paste, thermal putty. Let me think. What else? Rubbing alcohol. Let's see, your little toolkit. If you want to use cardboard for your you know, for your screws, you can do that too. And of course, you know, just like I guess enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully, you know, everything works out good with yours as well. Hopefully you remember to watch this video over and over again, and remember, don't follow along the first time watching this. I will put a disclaimer like that. I'll keep putting this disclaimer like that, you know, just so you guys don't follow along with what I'm doing. First, watch this video till the end. Learn my mistakes. Learn what you can do. Learn what better thermal paste, what better thermal putty you can get. Maybe K5 Pro is way better, but clearly this is still running the same. So I know my thermal putty is perfectly fine. This did decrease down a good bit, so I'm happy with that. But alright then, mates. So hopefully, like I said, I don't forget notes. And don't forget, yeah, if you want to change out your RAM, you don't have to take off your thermal paste or your thermal putty. Remember that. When we got to the end, you didn't have to take off your thermal paste and thermal putty. So don't forget that. So if you want to change your RAM, you can remove everything. Just don't touch the heatsink for the GPU and the CPU and the VRAMs. Leave that alone, and you can still change your RAM easily without having to change the thermal paste and thermal putty. You remember that. So don't forget that. So if you want to just do a simple RAM change, it's easy. You don't have to worry about repasting the thermal paste or the thermal putty, because those are still sealed. So I do love about this computer. And don't forget your air duster if you're gonna dust out your air, and do it outside. And you know, and your toothbrush. And like I said, take this as a risk. Don't do nothing dumb. Alright then, and I guess a word for our sponsor.